Hey everyone, so this video is about the book, The First 20 Hours, How to Learn Anything Fast, written by Josh Kaufman. And basically this book is about how to learn anything fast. Now, what he's saying is, or what the author is saying, is that it's the first 20 hours of you learning a new skill is very vital. Now, you can't become an expert in 20 hours or a master of anything in 20 hours because that takes a very long time. That takes years of something called deliberate practice. And there's a book, it's called Peak, written by Eric Anderson. And there's also another book called Outliers, written by Malcolm Gladwell, who talks about the fact that you need about 10,000 hours in order to become a master. Now, it's not necessarily 10,000 hours, you just need to practice or put in more time than other people because success is all relative. There is no specific number on how to become an expert at something. It's all relative, right? So if you want to become good at something, you need to put in more hours than anyone else doing the right thing, though. So, and that's what Josh Kaufman kind of talks about in this book. You want to spend the first 20 hours on the right skills that will eventually lead you to great success. And so he basically talks about how you want to focus on the biggest things. Now, he doesn't mention it in his book, but it's basically Paretos Law. Now, Paretos Law is about, it basically states that 80% or 20% of your activities will give you 80% of your results. So 80% of the results come from 20% of the activities. Now, that's what he's basically saying in order to learn faster. You want to focus on the 20% that yields you the 80% of results. And so he's got a 10-step process on how to learn faster, or how he's learned faster, and I'm going to share it with you in this video. So the very first thing that he talks about is you want to choose a lovable project or something that you're interested in, because if you're not going to, well, what he says is if you're not going to dedicate at least 20 hours to that project or whatever it is that you're trying to learn, then don't even bother, because if you can't spend 20 hours, then you're not going to spend more time learning whatever it is that you want to learn. All right, so that's number one. Number two is you want to focus your time and your energy on one skill at a time. So what happens is you want to break down the necessary skills in order to become good or proficient at whatever it is that you're trying to learn. You want to break down the skill and you want to focus on one of them each at a time. And during this time, you're going to deliberately focus on improving that skill. Now, the third thing is define your target performance level. So you want to define where or how good you want to be at something, or whatever that skill is. All right, and then the fourth thing is you want to deconstruct the skill into sub skills. So basically it's breaking down the skill into micro skills, and you want to perfect, or you want to deliberately practice those skills. The next is to obtain critical tools. So this is, you got to ask yourself, what do I need to become good at whatever it is? So you can't play the ukulele without a ukulele, right? And so then what you want to do is you want to get whatever it is that you need to become good at whatever it is you're trying to practice. The next is you want to eliminate barriers to practice. So you want to eliminate things that will distract you, or just eliminate your mindset that, oh, you can't be good. So you just want to basically take away things that will distract you from being able to improve on these little sub skills. And then what you want to do is you want to make time for, or dedicated time to practice. Again, so what you want to do is you want to block out a specific time of your day to practice. Now, he says that you ideally would want to block out 60 minutes to an hour and a half. So 60 to 90 minutes of dedicated practice. And what you also might want to do or consider is you want to practice this, or you want to dedicate that time right before you go to bed or within 4 hours of going to bed, because from his research, he's found that when you practice something before going to bed, within 4 hours of going to bed, that you actually retain that muscle memory from it. So your brain, basically, when you're sleeping, it's creating new connections, and it's going to create the connections from the last 4 hours, right? So that's another tip. He talks about that later, but just a little side tip. And then what he says is you want to create fast feedback loops. So that's basically, you want to get someone to let you know if you're doing the right thing or not. So if you want to get good at golf, you want to know about your swing. If it's a good swing, you want someone to tell you directly and quickly, oh, you got to make your adjustments here, here, or here, right? So, and then the next is practice by the clock in short bursts. So you want to practice in short bursts throughout the day, or you schedule time 60 to 90 minutes. And then the last thing is you want to emphasize quantity and speed. So you want to do it quick. You want to focus on the big things, and you want to do it fast. So just keep repeating the things that you are learning. All right, so that's his 10-step process on how to learn faster. And then pretty much throughout the rest of the book, he talks about how he was able to learn a board game called Go, the ukulele, yoga, programming, touch typing. Touch typing is basically being able to type without looking or needing to look at the keyboard. And the last thing is windsurfing. So basically, throughout the rest of the book, he talks about his experiences with those 6 skills. And in each chapter, he just gives a breakdown of the history or the technical things that that were necessary for him to learn in order for him to get to where he wanted to be. But yeah, personally, I kind of enjoyed this book. I only enjoyed the very first couple of chapters where he talks about how to learn anything faster, and the research that he's done in order to substantiate his claims. There were some parts in the later chapters where I thought, oh, okay, it was kind of interesting. So when he talked about Go, when he talked about playing chess, when he talked about when he talked, not chess, but Go, touch typing, and yoga. Those were the 3 things where I kind of skimmed through, learned some things here and there, and they were kind of interesting, but most of it was just kind of fluff to fill up the book. So my recommendation is, if you are interested in learning how to do anything faster, definitely check out the first couple of chapters of this book. Otherwise, the rest you really don't need to read. I would give this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And but yeah, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you want notifications of future videos. And yeah, thank you for watching. And oh yeah, there's a link down below if you're interested in checking out the book. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.